Hello everyone, welcome to Desert Succulent, and for today we're going to be talking about Delosperma echinatum, or commonly known as the pickle plant. It can grow up to 18 inches or 45 centimeters tall. Yung kanyang leaves have these parang spine-like white hairs, and if you will be touching it, it's gonna be very soft. It's not really that sharp. It won't really hurt you if you're gonna be touching them. If you would be pressing yung kanyang leaves, you would notice na it's very soft. Para siyang may foam sa loob. Hindi siya yung parang matigas or hard to touch. We would be expecting to have a white or pale yellow to yellow flowers held at the stem tips of this pickle plant. Their leaves are mostly evergreen, and because of this, they can be a perfect ground cover all year round, especially sa mga areas na may 4 seasons. Dito sa Pilipinas, we don't need to worry about that since we don't have 4 seasons, and we could fully enjoy itong ating mga pickle plant all year round. They prefer yung ating full sun to partial shade, and for my pickle plants, I put them sa ating rain or shine na area, so they are exposed constantly doon sa ating sunlight almost every day. Sometimes, you would notice that it will have this parang brownish na color ng kanyang leaves. Supposedly, it should be this color, green dapat siya, but if you notice na nagkaroon kayo ng brown na leaves, it means na it's receiving too much sunlight or hindi siya naka-receive ng sufficient na tubig. And eventually, it will turn into this ayan o, dried na leaves. Ganyan ang itsura ng kanyang leaves once completely dried. Watering wise, it's very similar to other succulents na we should only be watering them pag nag-completely dry na yung kanilang soil. Although, I noticed na for our pickle plant, they really require watering more often. Mabilis ma-dehydrate yung kanilang leaves, and therefore, I don't really follow a specific schedule in watering them. Once I notice na talagang nag-dry na yung kanilang leaves or it's already turning into this parang brownish na color, I do water them immediately. Our pickle plants are very low maintenance kind of succulents, and they are very suitable in any growing condition. They will thrive well in rich or well draining na soil, but if you will be putting them in a poor soil, still they will do well. So as far as I can remember, yung ginamit kong soil during the time when I propagated itong ating pickle plant was just a typical garden soil, and this one is not really well draining. So let's try to see. Ayan siya. The soil and yung roots nitong ating pickle plant has copied perfectly yung shape nitong ating pot, including this one. See, you would see sa ilalim even the drainage holes. Ayan, ganyan na yung kanyang itsura. So I think more or less this one is in this pot for almost 5 months or 6 months already. You would see that the quality of its soil is not really that good. It's not even well draining, but still, our pickle plant is thriving well. These are parang mga molds, and we will be repotting this later, so we will be removing itong kanyang pinaka soil. You have to remember that these kind of plant can become very invasive, so it is best to take this into consideration when planting it or before planting it. So in my case, I have prepared a soil mix here. Ayan, so this one is already a well-draining one. Looking by how this pickle plant looks like, it already is toppling down sa kanyang pot, and I think it could also be a perfect hanging succulent as well. I never tried propagating them using yung kanilang mga leaves, but I have tried propagating them using yung ating mga stems. And in fact, both of these you are seeing right now are a result of my stem cuttings propagation. Ito yung tinusokod before na stem cutting, but look how many branches it has as of the moment. See, these are the new offsets na tumutubo sa kanya. If you want to air dry it and callus over, then you can also do that. But since I have prepared a dry na potting mix, I won't be doing that. Instead, I will just immediately transfer it dito sa ating potting sauce. So itutusok lang natin siya agad. But now, let's move on sa ating repotting. First, we need to remove nga itong kanyang pinaka-soil. So when we say root bound, this is a perfect example of that one. See, punong-puno ng roots hanggang sa pinakababa. Our original plan of repotting both of them dito sa isang single pot has changed. I decided to save and preserve this one since I'm really amazed by how perfectly it looks like. So the first thing that you need to do is syempre we need to loosen it up and tanggalin natin yung kanyang mga soil. So you can treat them with fungicides. If you want, you can wash it and air dry before replanting. But for today, I will be showing to you how we can just immediately transfer it. Here is a top view of our soil mix, and all we need to do is just create a hole kung saan natin siya ilalagay. After creating a hole, we are now ready to put yung ating pickle plant dito sa gitna. So that's it. We are done repotting this one. All you need to do is wait for at least 1 week before watering it thoroughly. And so I will be using a chopstick kasi hindi balance yung kanyang weight. Most of its weight are towards this side. Kaya pag ganun yung kanyang tubo. So to help it support its weight, we will be using this chopstick. You can make use of any stick that you have. Yung mga walis tingting natin, that would be fine. But I'm using this since it's sturdier, mas matibay siya as compared pag walis tingting yung gagamitin natin. So we will just simply put that to help it anchor itself and support itself. Then eventually after a couple of months, it's mature enough, it's already well rooted, and you can simply remove this one. For our stem cutting, we can just put it somewhere else here. So growing succulents take time. Wag natin masyado silang madaliin kasi they will grow naturally. So here is our newly potted na pickle plant. We will be putting it in a macrame and we will be hanging this outside. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also visit our Facebook page at Desert Succulent PH.